What's going on, all you awesome people? I'm Matt.
And I'm Vanessa.
And today we're going to be taking a look at Solo, a Star Wars movie.
Yes.
Which stars Alden Ehrenreich, Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke, Donald Glover, and Paul Bettany. After escaping captivity on the world of Corellia, young Han Solo has grand plans of becoming the best pilot in the galaxy and returning to save the woman he loves. In order to do that, he must team up with a crew of thieves and save up the money for a ship. When things begin to go sideways, Han begins to realize he might be in over his head, or perhaps he found the life he was meant for all along. So this is something of a Han Solo origin movie. And yes, we see and learn how he meets Chewbacca,
Yes.
Lando, we see the
Yes.
Kessel Run,
Yes.
all of that. But, unfortunately, what this movie was known for early on was its production woes, all the problems that seemed to plague this film early on. And it kind of sort of shows.
Shows just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little
We're
bit.
going to talk about that, but first, let's talk about the acting, because I know a lot of people were concerned. Alden Ehrenreich, who is this dude?
Who is he?
What's going on? Is he going to live up to the Han Solo that we know? Harrison Ford? The answer is no. However, he is not the problem with this movie.
No, it's
Let's
not.
just be clear about that.
It's not his acting that's
No.
the problem. I think with the right dialogue, with the right writing, with the right direction, however you want to say it, he could actually really fit as Han Solo.
Yeah,
a younger Han Solo.
He is a fine young actor, and I thought he did a good job with what he was given.
Yes, I agree.
I thought that he actually pulled off the character that we are given, this Han Solo.
This Han
I thought he did a pretty good job. Then of course you have Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
You can't go.
It's Woody
You
Harrelson.
really can't go
Has
wrong.
he ever not been good?
Yeah, I can't answer that. However, I will say though, in this movie he plays Beckett, and he's something of a mentor to Han Solo, and he's good in this. Emilia Clarke does a fine job.
She does.
Donald Glover plays a fantastic Lando
He
Calrissian.
really does. Caught me off guard, actually.
Yeah, he even sounds like Billy D a couple of times. It almost threw me for a loop. I was like, whoa, that's pretty impressive
Yeah.
right there. And then Paul Bettany
And
as...
then Paul Bettany.
Yeah, he's playing the...
He's the and one to this movie.
Yeah. He plays Dryden Voss. He's the evil baddie in this film, and he's Paul Bettany. He brings it.
Yes, he does.
He is actually one of the more
He
awesome
is.
parts to this film.
Yes, he is.
And then you have Ron Howard. I know some people were a little bit upset with what happened with, I have it, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Thank you very much. Because Ron Howard took over for them. They left due to creative differences. This movie does look pretty awesome at times, so I have no problem with Ron Howard stepping in.
No, his directing is good.
Yeah, and as to be expected, there are some funny moments, some witty moments. There are some nods to the older films, and that's all well and good. But let's get into what doesn't work, and that's the writing.
The writing.
The writing here really doesn't work, because essentially, to cut to the chase, you're given half of a good movie,
You
and you're
really
given
are.
half of a good Han Solo
Yes.
as well.
Yes, you really are. Here's what the movie is lacking: characteristics. I don't know a better way to describe
No,
that.
that's perfect.
We have characters that we know, we love, we cherish, and we have a movie that they're missing some characteristics that we love about these characters, and so it's just it's missing something.
It is missing something, and the first half of this movie, it just drags
It's a bit.
and drags, and then in the second half it finally picks up, it finally gets
Yes.
going, you finally feel invested,
Yeah.
and then before you know it, the movie's over.
Yes, and it's done for. Like, here you go. I love Han Solo the pilot in this movie.
Yeah.
Han Solo the pilot. That's what you get, and I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I do too. It just takes a little while to get there. And as for Han, it's all just charm and smugness and some arrogance. But there's no scoundrel to him. There's no dangerous edge to him. And it doesn't feel like this is the Han that we know and love. And I have no idea if there are plans for a sequel somewhere down the road, but right now it just feels like some parts of this movie are unanswered, and Han does not feel complete
Yeah, it's like
as a character.
I agree. It's like Han Solo, the likable character, when, you know, Harrison Ford, as great as he is, his character's not necessarily likable. And
not at first.
You learn to
not
like
at first.
him.
Yes.
You learn to like him, but at first he was like, yeah, he's kind of a jerk, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know, he is a scoundrel.
Yeah.
You know, he is out for himself. He is a thief, a smuggler, whatever you want to call him, whatever title you want to attach to him, that's who he is. You don't get that here.
No.
You don't.
You don't.
It is more of the likable side of him, and that's not what I wanted.
Right.
Really. And that mixed with the pacing issues that this movie has,
issues.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it, the robot L337, annoying.
Yeah,
that is an annoying character.
She had a couple of good moments, but she was a little over the top.
A little over the top.
Over the top.
But I expect some people will be satisfied with this movie. I think some people will leave the theater and be like, that was a good movie. I enjoyed that movie. I think some people will be really upset leaving the theater. Like, this is not my Han Solo movie. And then there's going to be people like me who are not going to really remember this movie.
No, this movie is quite forgettable. I will have to say it.
And I think I'm being maybe a little bit generous here. I'm going to give it a C+.
Okay. All right. I enjoyed this movie. I just didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to enjoy it. It is definitely a popcorn flick. You know, it is entertaining, and if you don't, if the Star Wars characters, you're not in love or cherish, or you don't know much about the whole Star Wars, then this is a movie for you. But you probably are a Star Wars fan, and maybe this movie isn't for you. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a B-.
B-, yeah. I mean, there are some exciting sequences.
I will give it that. Yeah, some of the action was really good.
Some of the action is good, but it just, this movie, it played it safe.
Yes.
I feel like it played it safe.
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
it takes too long to build momentum. I feel like the pacing is just jarring. And I will also say there really isn't much of a wow factor.
No.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's a terrible face, by the way. No wow factor.
I can't even.
Sorry. Anyways, I don't know if I can. Maybe a matinee. If you have to go see it, if you have to know, maybe a matinee. Otherwise, it might be worth waiting for. But of course, by the time this rolls out, you've probably already seen it. And if you have seen it, let us know what you thought about it down below, please. Because I have a feeling that this movie is going to be rather divisive, much like The Last Jedi. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. You already know that.
Yes,
and of course, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more of our awesome movie reviews, hit the subscribe button. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you awesome people next time.